Hey, good morning, everyone. Rooster here. Just giving you that review I promised you about the movie. I did not film it uh, for respect of the theater, and I was able to just show you around what I do. I mean, sometimes a friend of mine decided to take me out and said, let's go out and let's see this premiere, see what it's all about. Just to give you a little background about the movie. It's filmed in Terlingua in Big Bend. It's about two families and three families and one bad person. Uh, and it captures the essence of what this place is. It's a slow movie, and when I mean slow, it's not in a negative way. It's a calming, slow movie, but it ties up at the end. When you see it and what you feel is what a person as myself went through and still goes through, coming from a big city, the fast pace and everything just slows up. Then you learn these little quotes that we have here. It is what it is. Things happen. Um, God's in charge. And it's Terlingua time. And at the end, everything works out if you let it go. Everything that I post in these videos, that movie definitely shows it. And they had a um, question and answer after it. I just put a little bit of it up. So take a look at my previous short videos so you can see. I'm happy that my friend Rob, the one that helped me with the fence, and his wife, Sean, took me out. And it was greatly appreciated. I haven't been out in a long time to enjoy just the things that happen out here. I've been in my land doing what I have to do, and I'm back to the grind. So just keep watching, and I'll show you what I've been doing so far. Not much, but it's getting there. On the, how do you call it? In about a week, the dogs are getting spaded and neutered. They're getting fixed, which is a big deal for me. The puppies, the little puppies, are a pistol. They are smaller than all the other puppies because they were born to my girl, Isa. That's the first dog I had, which was Australian cattle dog and Australian shepherd. So I have one that's named Milo. Let me see if they're asleep. Milo is like a little fur ball, a little butterball. And they're short. Let me see. They are short. They're about a month old. And here they are. That's them right there. When they come out, Milo he knows his name, the one with the brown. That's the same markings his mom has, which is Isa. And then the other one is all white with blue eyes. Milo has blue eyes. I think they might change. But how do you call it? Venus, the white one, she is shorter than Milo. And they are the cutest little thing. I like them small like this. So when the time comes, they're going to be neutered and spaded. They are amazing. This place is amazing. And again, it shows me what that movie was all about. But this is the first time that somebody on that movie captured. I am tired. I woke up a little while ago. I captured what goes on here. It's parts of it are funny, parts of it are dramatic, parts of it are nature stuff. So you get to see a little bit of everything. This was a screening that came back. The movie started, I think, in 2019 to be filmed. And it took a long time with a lot of difficulties that they had for production. It's not a major, it's a low budget film, but it's really, really nicely made. They got high, excuse me for a second. Isa, no. They had great rave reviews in New York City, in all these big cities, California, all over. So they decided to give us a free screening out here. So the movie came back. The people came back. The actors came back. And if you heard a part of the after we saw the movie, they had like questions and statements that they made of what they went through to make this movie, that the land is really in control. They had monsoon at the time, and I've seen it, it's rough. They had to cancel for a long time. They said everything that happened, if it weren't for the locals like us, showing them and open our arms for them to do it, the police, the Brewster Police Department, and everything. It's amazing. Go check it out if you're going. It's going to be coming out on the internet. I think Netflix and some of these apps, they'll be coming out. So look for it. It's Big Ben. It's called Big Ben. And it's filmed in Terlingua. That's the Big Bend region. This whole place, the Chihuahuan Desert. And you'll see views, things that happen here. You think, no, that's made up. No, this stuff happens here. When you least expect it, something happens. And it's greatly appreciated that they came by and showed us. They're having another screening today, which is Saturday at 3 o'clock. So if you get this video and you're around this area, come down and see it. I don't know if I find out where it's playing on the internet, I will post it at a future video and let you know what's been going on. But the after party they had, I don't drink. I had a great time seeing some of the people in the community hanging out, talking about the movie, comparing a lot, like our little notes and stuff like that. But it was a real nice time. If Rob didn't take me out and Sean, I would have never gone out. So I took, the leap to go out and enjoy myself, other than doing what I do here. Let me keep quiet. I'm going to tell you a few things that happened here on my land. Yesterday, Rob and his wife stopped by. Now, my cat, Sky. Well, it turns out Sky is not a she. Sky is a boy. He's getting bigger. So now his name is Sky, for short for Skylar. And thank you, Sean, for giving me that idea. See, I kept telling her, it's a female. She says, no, look at his nuts. I turned the cat around because I don't go looking at what he has back there or what she has back there. So sure enough, it was a boy, and I was so freaking surprised. So he's been going out and exploring slowly, and I thought it was a female because I think females are hunters, and that's what they like to do, hunt, because that's the feline. Uh, in the cat world, they hunt and present it to, like the lion, and the lion eats first. So I figured that I wanted a female, but he's doing his thing. Now, the other day that I think I posted on one of the videos, something happened here with my chickens. I'm not posting the how do you call it? The photos of what happened. But late at night, for 2-3 nights in a row, around between 10:30 and 1:30 in the evening, it was pitch black. I was in my trailer, and I heard a noise. I heard the chickens, clacking, clucking and everything, and there was a thing. Well, I looked from my trailer, and I see this huge thing by the fence. I didn't know what it was at first, but it was like this, hunched over. It was huge. It was maybe about 2 feet by the plastic pallets, like right here, and the plastic pallets. Remember, I had the little house, hen house inside, and they would roost on top. You could see some of the videos in the back. So what happened was, it was a hawk, a huge hawk, and he was pulling. I was blown away. He was pulling, grabbed the chicken from the neck and pulling it through the fence and started eating him. I had a carcass here when I woke up in the morning. He flew away because I tried to shoo him away. They are protected animals, so you can't kill them. Yeah, you could kill them, but you get caught, that's the way it is. So I shoot him away, and he flew away. And then following day, I was dead sleeping again. This time took 2 from the same location, pulled them out, and ate half the bird on each. So all that cleaning up, the blood, and he stripped them down to the bone, or she stripped them down to the bone. And I lost 3 of my chickens. She couldn't get to the top. I made sure again, and I put boards on top to make sure they couldn't get through. He wasn't getting through at all. I cleared everything up. I cleared everything up here. So they're missing 3. I took the little house that was here where they laid the eggs. I had to take that down. I put the food in the back there in a little pan, so it'll save me time from feeding. I just feed it once, take the pan out, and then put it back, instead of just every morning trying to do it. But it was impressive to see the magnitude, the size of this hawk. It was like a dark red, black hawk. And I thought birds just flew during the daytime when they could see, but it's a hawk. And it just blew my mind. But this is what having animals here. It brings other animals. I get a lot of birds now. I'm getting a lot of road runners that are running around. As a matter of fact, the first sign of spring, which came in yesterday, for me is, and I say spring, is mid-February. So the temperatures are slowly rising. Today is supposed to be in the 70s. It wasn't that cold last night. I had about 30 quails coming out. The bugs are starting to come out. Termites are starting to come out. The mice are starting to come out. So those are the little guys. Even the hawk is starting to come out. When it gets cold, and it was, when the hawk came here, it was really cold. I think it was in the single digits, and the high winds and everything. If they're coming out at that time, that means they're preparing for spring. They got to feed themselves. They have babies. You know, that's when they reproduce again. So they come from the mountains, from their hibernation spots. We have toads here. You don't see them, but when you get a big rain, oh, you get, let me tell you, you get these toads, and they just pop out from the dirt, and they start, you know, chirping, doing what they have to do. I started seeing jackrabbits running. We're getting more of the burros here and cattle roaming around, and I'm hearing the coyotes out. So spring is right around the corner. It's starting to move up close. And because of that, what I have been doing is this. I've been working on this swale and berm, the dirt that I get from here. And I do it, it seems like it's the hard way. I don't have a wheelbarrow. That I have to think about economizing. If I got to use wheelbarrow and it's broken, I have to replace tires and the wood because everything gets eaten up here by the weather. If I buy one, same thing, you know, but I don't have the money to do that. So I do it by a bucket at a time. And these are the tools that I use. I take one bucket, I put it on the berm, just like this, and I've been extending it here. You can see the difference in the color. This is what I've been doing, and it'll look like that once I pack it down and it goes in there and we get a rain. Those dry pieces of wood will grow back just like that, just like that, just like that one right over there. Everything flourishes again. All this dull green that you see, you'll start seeing them like that dark green right up there. The water is life. Water is life. And they say that in the Bible, you know. But I water them at the time. And then I take, how do you call it? The dirt from there, and I walk it here. And I've been putting it on the fence line. So this is what I've planned for a long time. That swale and that berm is going to take me a couple of years to do, because I really have to go out further, and I have to wait until it rains so I can see where the water is flowing. And that's how I make my adjustments. And the same thing goes for this fence. I take the dirt, that's the first spot, the first part. I take the dirt, put it up on the fence line, and then I have to go on the other side and put more dirt on the fence so they don't dig out, and they don't dig in. And I have to go all the way around. I use that dirt to raise the land up. I pack it down to divert the water when it rains to a specific location away from what I'm going to build and flood it out. Because when it does rain, it could ruin everything for me. This part right here, it's going to be raised up. This is a berm, but the inside is going to have more dirt and rocks. because it's going to be a garden. It could be a cactus garden, but I utilize what nature has and make it as pretty and clean as I can without spending the money. So where I spend the money is on certain materials like the fence, poles, nails, screws, tools. But everything else that I want to decorate, I barter. Most of it is all bartered for. Like that's, culvert. And that's my planters. I have a few of them that a friend of mine, Chris, was getting rid of. So I'm planting my trees there. I have to get more cinder blocks here because I am moving this container, instead of putting an addition on top of it to cover this little area here, I'm moving this more to cover that little space. Because if it rains and the wind, it blows it up, and then the rain goes down when you're going in. So I'm going to put a light up there. And there goes Sky. Hey, Skylar. Yeah. But the past couple of weeks, this has been a harsh winter for us. It wasn't as harsh last year, but it's been cold, really windy, and the wind wasn't as bad as I've seen it here. But propane went like that real quick. Gasoline, it's like 7 gallons to this generator. It only lasts 6 hours. So I don't have enough a battery bank. How do you call it? I have to buy more batteries if I really want to. Yeah, you can see the battery right there. I only have 1 battery. And that's nothing, because it'll only last a couple of hours when the sun goes down. That's the bank. I have only 400 watts, 100 watt each panel. That equals 400 watts to catch the power from the sun and charge it into the battery. The battery stores it, so when the sun goes down, it could carry me to the daytime, which it doesn't. So I have to turn on the generator. I have to play this game. If I want to get on the Wi-Fi, I need to plug it in. So I plug it in with this battery. When this battery dies down, I have to go out in the middle of the night, plug that in, and by the time the morning comes, because it's only 6 hours, I have to time everything before it dies out. But once you get your rhythm, and you know what you need to do, it makes it a lot easier. It's the figuring out things that makes it hard. What can I do? Oh, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy this. It's not always like that. This land is unforgiving. It'll tear up your car. And then you have to stop everything you're doing to fix up your car. If it wasn't for my friends to loan me this car, and I leave it here most of the time, just parked, but just sitting here, look at the dirt and the dust that it accumulates. This is not because I drive it. I maybe drove it maybe 6 times, but you can see how it is. It cakes up. It gets in the brakes. It gets every crack and that's in this vehicle, and it stops it. It grinds metal to metal, brake to brake, the pads to the drums, everything. So you have to, it's always maintenance. If you don't take care of your stuff, it's going to break down. It's going to cost you more. So you got to keep jumping and doing what you need to do. I still have not fixed the pipe that broke. Because if I fix it and I have to leave it like that until I get insulation and everything, so I leave it like that. My way of thinking was, I'll fill up the tanks because the water in the tanks won't freeze, just the top part will freeze. That's already broken. I can't get the water out of there. So I could get the water out of here because the pipe is a lot larger. Okay? So I wait until the sun melts the ice that's in here. Okay? And I could utilize that. Once that starts, I fill up a bucket and I put it in here. I put it in through the top. The sun comes out in the morning, heats this up. I can use 65 gallons every time I fill it up. So you have to think out of the box. These are made in black. They're not blue. These are black. So when the sun hits it, it attracts the heat and melts the water that's ice. And I take a bucket, take one. I already emptied this one out. That one's still almost full. I take some of that water, put it into there. You have to keep moving. You have to keep, assessing what's going on. Here is for the goats, their water. I fill it up almost every day, not all the way up, but halfway. You can see the ice on the top on this one, but it freezes solid. And I don't have power back here, so I could put a little water heater to make a hole that they can drink. So I have to walk every morning here, break the ice, try to see. There's a lot of work that takes into farming, into having animals. So if you decide to do it, don't do it the way I did. That's just an advice. You do it the way you want, but don't do it the way I did. Get your shade, get your place that you want to live in, a little comfortable, and then you start bringing everything else out. I did it ass backwards. I started getting goats. I thought that, I could live here. When I first moved in, I thought I could live in my van. No, it wasn't. I thought I could live in my container. No, it gets like an ice box in the wintertime. Ice, it rains. If it's hot outside, it gets like an oven in the summertime. So you have to build it. It's not just a container, it just sits there. You have to create ventilation. You have to create everything to cool that piece of block metal to make it comfortable for you. And then you have to go to the bathroom. What do? You get a bucket until you make your bathroom. There's steps that you take. You do a compost. This is what I've been doing, compost. Because if I don't do the compost, and say I just jumped into making a bathroom, I'm going to be wasting water. Then it's what they call a black water. And you have to dispose of it. Then you have to think of that you want to put, septic in there. Well, everything jumps back and forth. You're your own developer. You're your own builder. You're your own electric company. You are your own water company. You got to think about food. All that stuff. It's doable. Don't get me wrong. It's hard. If you like doing stuff like this, which I do, I complain once in a while, but I would not leave this type of life. I wanted to slow it up, do it on my time. Not because I'm forced to. Though I left because they said that, I didn't want to be a slave to the almighty dollar. Yet, coming here, you have to be somewhat dependent on the money, on the dollar. But the difference is, you're just not going through the motions 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours, as many hours as you put in to get paid to pay somebody else for where you live. You think you own your house. You really don't own your house. The bank owns your house unless you're that loaded that it's paid off, the land's paid off and everything. You have to look into all that. And all I did was in the grind constantly. You wake up, go go to work, come back, you're tired, you clean up your place. You can't do anything. If you get sick, work through it, and just here, I take my time. I can't do it. You know, if I can't get up because of my health conditions, if I can't walk, I'm supposed to be walking with a cane, and sometimes I just don't. You know, I get short of breath. There's a lot of things that you guys don't know, that you don't see. And we all go through something. That's my point that I'm trying to get at. We all go through something. Don't feel sorry for me. You know, I'm just doing what the next best move that I think. It tires me out. It takes me time. I want things done yesterday because I come from New York. You know, you get, everything is fast paced. You know, everybody's rushing to get nowhere. And I was like that. And for me to learn to slow up and enjoy life and enjoy what God has given me, that's been more rewarding than anything. Meeting people here that have the same interest means a lot. The people that you attract is important. When I was in New York, it's so fast, you don't even get time to help people out, you know. You just go by them. You don't know what they're going to. You don't smile anymore. You don't say, hey, hi, what's up? How you doing? And when I ask somebody, what's up, I expect you to give me an answer. You know, if you don't want to give me an answer, that's up to you. But I open the door, and I will stay there until you want to talk. I'm not just saying it just to say, hey, how you doing? And keep on walking. No, I say, how you doing? Really, from the bottom of my heart, how are you doing? I just open the door for you to dump on me so I could take it away from you. So you can hear yourself, so you can feel it and let go and let God. That's what I do. If somebody says to me, hey, what's up? How you doing? And I say, well, you know, I'm going, they just like, I really didn't mean you to tell me your story of what you're doing. I just want you to say, fine, okay, not too good, or whatever, and keep on walking. No, I give you that opportunity to stop me. When I give you that opening, use me. I'm a vessel, so I'll take it. I feel for you because I go through certain things. And I'm rambling, but this rambling needs to be said. You know, a lot of people think about it and then they say, oh, he's mean, you know, not me, but, and they do say that I'm mean, you know, he doesn't care. No, I also have to take care of myself. If I see the negative vibes, or I'm being attracted to the negative vibes, I have to stop it, because then it drains me. So I have to refill my tank with positivity and the right type of friends. You know, they might not like how I handle things, but this is my life. You know, I do things, but I will do things for people. You know, but at the same time, I'm not an idiot. I'm not a doormat that everybody could step on me. I know how to put my brakes on. I know how to make my adjustments. I know when I could do it. When I can't, that's when I accept. And when I accept something that somebody's given me, that eats me up in a way that I want to repay them. But at the same time, it's a gift to that other person that's helping me. I get a gift every time I help somebody else. So I feel good. If the opportunity arises that I can help somebody without them knowing, it's even better, because I get so happy just to see. They said, wow, I was thinking about doing something like that. I don't know who the hell did this. Yeah, that's a gift to me. I'm giving myself a gift. That's what keeps me going. It's they say on Christmas, it's not about what you receive. Sometimes it is, but it's what you give. And if you give from your heart, you receive more. This took me years to understand, years to slow up. And I'm still slowing up. The way I walk, the way I think, my brain skips. I forget things. I'll remember a week later. Then I call you up and I tell you, oh, this is what we were talking about a week ago. And then you're looking at me, saying, oh, that was a week ago. I'm already past that. Yeah, but it's important to me to say it. Because then I said, I'm not going crazy. I'm just losing focus. And it works. Again, like, subscribe, share these videos. I want to get my numbers up. If you could help, just check my links out. I appreciate it. I might not say it often, but I really appreciate it, and I want to do more for people. But things. It is what it is. It's Terlingua time. That's those are the sayings. Well, again, thank you for watching. You can't change what you see, but you could change how you handle things. Have faith. You got to work that faith. Just things happen, but if you don't recognize that it's happening and it's not you that's making it happen, it's your belief power. Mine is God. The Astros, whatever, however you want to name it, it's still the same thing, different name. Somebody, something, someone, the stars. I don't care what you think it is, but something else is motivating, giving us the power of what we experience. We think we're in control. We're really not in control. We make poor decisions, but it comes, wherever you're going is already predestined. That's the way I believe. You don't have to believe that. Believe what you want, but at least you believe in something that's more powerful than you are. With that, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching, guys.